Okay, let's see. Don't want the work truck. Definitely want the Jeep.
Hang on, I'll drive.
Oh boy. Oh. Whoops. We're good. We'll make it. Don't worry. Oh. Yep. We're good. Welcome to the Ghost Recon, not the Division.
Target down.
After playing 20 hours or so in total between the closed and open beta, I've decided to buy Wildlands on release day. This is also permitting that reviews on Steam haven't uncovered some game-breaking bug or major connectivity issues with the Ubisoft servers. The beta received a total of 6.83 million users, so let's hope the game's launch goes well. My first impression of the game was, wow, it's gorgeous. They've put so much detail into every aspect of the game, from rock formations and grass, shrubbery, and the character details, with enough unique variation that the game excels just on looks alone. Luckily, they didn't just plug in the game mechanics of The Division, which is what I expected when I first heard about Wildlands. It's so cool making your way across the vast open world, landing nearby or sneaking up on foot, droning over the objective area and marking your enemies. You can apply skill and strategy to take out each enemy yourself or coordinate with your squad. Even when playing solo, the squad commands are well thought out and useful.
I see the target.
Boom, target down.
Okay, we're cool.
I mostly played solo because I wanted to soak in the experience myself, but I recently found a few friends that are also buying the game. I think the co-op aspect of Wildlands will make the sprawl of the gigantic map and grinding for new gear a lot more entertaining. Although the NPC players in the squad say some hilarious shit.
Alright, so there's these two soldiers.
Here we go.
Not again. So there's these two soldiers. The first soldier asked the second, if you knew a nuclear bomb was about to go off in 5 minutes, what would you do with the rest of your life?
Disarm the bomb.
No, man. Look, they can't disarm the bomb.
Why not?
Because it's a joke. So the first guy asked the second guy, what would you do with the last 5 minutes of your life? The second guy thinks a minute. He says, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die happy. So I'd fuck the first thing that moved. After another minute, the second soldier turns to the first and asks, how about you? What would you do with the last 5 minutes of your life? The first guy looks at the other soldier and says, me? I'd stand very, very still for 5 minutes.
It's attention to details like good writing that feels spontaneous that shines through in Wildlands when you're playing alone. The game was stable and did not crash once during the closed and open beta. I did notice, however, a few times that when the game ramps up and weather changes and firefighting and vehicles crashing with explosions, or even just when I was cruising a vehicle down the road, that my frames would all of a sudden drop to 0 for a second, and then the game would recover. It didn't happen enough for me to worry about the stability of the game, nor did it prevent me from pulling off a mission. I suppose some driver updates may alleviate the issue sometime in the future. The game options for graphic settings at least needs a mention because they are so well explained and also provide before and after examples, which streamlines your ability to optimize based on your PC's build. I played the closed beta on my GTX 980 and tweaked a few settings from high to medium and easily played 60 frames per second at 1080p. I recently upgraded to a 1070 and could max out the details I liked and could even play at 2K if I wanted to adjust to everything at medium settings. I mean, the draw distance is impressive, but it's not necessary to see the fifth mountain off in the distance opposed to just seeing the third. The open world map is massive, which means you want to either drive or fly, and one of the biggest areas of improvement for this game are the vehicle physics. Driving on land is washed out and your vehicle slides around like Tokyo Drift despite the terrain. A dirt bike will just kick you across the map to your death if you start going too fast off a ledge. There are high elevations everywhere, and you're typically going up or down to a new mission area. So I prefer to use a helicopter even though flying isn't dialed in very well. I really miss the little bird from BF3.
Guess you've been down here a while?
I've been living as Karen Bowman, international aid worker, for just about 5 years. Means living rough, but as a cover, gets me out and about.
At least it comes with a chopper.
Many have compared this game to Arma or Far Cry, and
Bad
I would
guys are
agree
marked,
with them.
waiting on you, boss.
It's you against the bad guys in a gigantic open world. You're pushed to find and unlock more intel to get better skill points and supplies and weaponry so you can traverse the world and take down the bad hombres. The story isn't very unique, and some cutscenes are better written and acted than others.
Interrogate hostile lieutenants, talk to civvies, whatever it takes.
We'll turn over every rock.
Mamacita, I was nobody. Nothing. I could not have even imagined a life so deep, a love so full as the love I have with you.
God, I feel the same. I was half a person.
I hope
before
they get
met
more
you.
interesting as you explore the other areas of Bolivia. Since there is much to be seen with the sheer size of the game, it's still difficult to say that the game will succeed based on playing only 2 areas. It is nice that Ubisoft has changed their tune on how DLC and game content works, since it seems that $60 gets you the whole Wildlands experience, plus the recently announced PvP multiplayer. I'm still assuming that the base game follows the already delivered story of taking out all of the Santa Blanca drug cartel, and that the expansions are purchasable DLC, and that the Season Pass gets you these expansions along with early access to said content. What I have seen from the core of the gameplay during the open beta is the game mechanics and grinding for gear and skill upgrades is done in such a way in a gorgeous environment that I want to keep playing. Once I get my hands on the full game, which releases March 7th, I can form a better opinion on whether or not I would recommend spending $60, or just keep playing Arma or Far Cry or Siege or Grand Theft Auto 5 or The Division, or actually finishing Quantum Break, or finally playing Resident Evil 7. Either way, it's a pretty good game.
Open fire.
That guy's history.
That's a kill.
We're cool, we're cool. Got the target. Roger, target acquired. Ready, call the shot.
Tango down.
Have a shot. Engaging. That was close. Roger that. Target marked. Got the target. Good to go.
Call the rebels for some indirect fire.
Come on.
last operator standing.
Alright, quiet.